you'd be getting from the whole thing. So, welcome back, everybody. This is Last Call. We're still talking about relegation because Tim just found out what it was.
I got relegated to Thursday night.
You've been relegated to Thursday night podcast.
I just gotta start talking stats.
Is that where you were? Is that why you were late on the show today?
Yeah, no. I mean, I was at dinner with a customer, so yeah.
Before you know it, you're gonna be on Raging Cajun Review.
Did we get through that whole conversation? You weren't sure what relegation meant?
No, I was just saying that was an awesome topic. So I got really interested when I was over in London and Paris because that was like they were at the end of the season and relegation was the topic. And I was like, all right, I'm going to fucking learn about this now because I want to understand it, how it works, who gets moved up, how it gets moved down. So I was like, man, when I was over there, I was like, this would be awesome for college football. I don't know how it would work, but I was thinking more so like the top of the G5 and the bottom of the P5 would switch. But I kind of like the pairing thing.
The pairing thing is kind of it's a nice little twist to it because it kind of gives it something to watch across all the board, you know. Yeah, if you want to find out what relegation is, watch Ted Lasso because they do a good job of explaining that.
Yeah. You know, I've still never seen. That's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show on
Apple.
You should watch it
on Apple. Yeah, it's on Apple
on the unpaid version you have.
Yeah, no, I should watch it. I just have a lot of stuff I'm watching right now.
You should watch
Obi-Wan's over, so we're good there. And then The Boys, I don't think it's over. I think they do a lot more episodes. They're through 6 episodes. So
I've just
Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is one of the shows that it's probably the only like of all the streaming shows that have come out like recently. I think it's the only one that I've rewatched. Like I went back and rewatched Ted. Like when last season came out, I went back and watched it all over again. It was like ahead of it. I was like, I just want to watch it again. It's hard.
It made you feel really good.
Yeah, except for when it makes you feel other things and you're so sad
there's a lot of sadness. So I did watch. What did you guys think of Suicide Squad?
The new one,
the Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad
that was recent.
The James Gunn version is awesome.
It's the one with the shark thing in it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So good.
King Shark.
Yeah,
is that what it's called? Well, they call it something else.
It
in
is
the movie.
It's Amazeballs.
Hawaiian name, yeah. Whatever his shark god name.
Aloha.
Yeah. Do you know who voices him? Do you know the voices?
Hold on. I'm not done with it. I only got an hour and 30 minutes through because my flight was 2 hours minus all the time you can't watch anything on Delta. So
do you do the voice actor? I didn't finish it.
No, I finished it on the way back. Unless they take it away. No, who does it?
It's Sylvester Stallone.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the part where it's
Rocky.
If he was a shark. What was her name?
Oh yeah.
Well, and then the key is to watch Peacemaker afterwards. Just start into Peacemaker immediately.
Peacemaker is hilarious.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't care how many people I kill. Huh?
You watch Peacemaker, but not Suicide Squad?
No, I haven't.
No, Peacemaker in Suicide Squad.
I'm watching him right now.
Watch the show Peacemaker right after you watch Suicide Squad because it's amazing and it's all this. It's the same shit. It's like this is what DC just needs to figure out.
Yeah, put James Gunn in charge of everything.
Well, yeah, and give him like the artistic freedom to do some trauma shit like he's been doing, and it's awesome. It's so good.
And that's what Peacemaker came from, was they were making the Suicide Squad movie, and he's like, hey, I have a really cool idea for a show about Peacemaker, and the Warner Brothers people were like, go for it, do it.
Whatever, dude. You just made us a boat ton of money. I'm sure you can make us more. But you know, the thing is, I watched Doctor Strange again, the Multiverse of Madness, and it's Sam Raimi, and I'm just watching it, and I'm like, man, they gave the keys to this classic director and said, you know what? Make the film you want to make. And they did the same thing with James Gunn with Suicide Squad, and it's been golden. Just like let these directors do their damn thing.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
All right, sorry, I got us way off topic.
It's all right.
We did.
But
it would have happened anyways.
But
we're gonna talk about smoking meat soon. So
one of the movies that I wanted to watch, just haven't had a chance to, and I was on a plane, and I want to keep watching, but you got to get off the plane.
they tend to want to keep you off the plane.
Get the hell off. You can't finish your movie.
Yep.
All right, so what I missed? What did we talk about? We talked about facilities. What did we talk about?
Not really facilities. It was an interview with Coach Elliott, and he was asked about facilities, and he said, "We have everything we need." Full stop. Full stop. Really? That was the conversation we had.
Yeah. What do they need, Tim?
I mean, to keep up with all the other conference mates, we need the quote indoor practice facility.
Why?
That Coastal Carolina announced just before we came on, they have gotten through phase 1 approvals, and they are now in the design phase of theirs, which will be next door to their stadium.
Is it going to be the southern indoor or regular?
No, well, they're in the design phase, but they did release one image, and it had brick walls, a lot of glass to it. You could see through it, but
so why do we need to? Why do we need to keep up, quote unquote?
Oh, that's what you do, man. You keep up the Joneses.
No, we do it because we do it. That's not a good reason, right? Like, are we adding value to the program commensurate to the cost that we're putting into it, right?
It's just like sexy locker rooms. You know. You want to
do have a sexy locker room.
We have a sexy locker room. When the kids come to tour the campus, they're going to be wild, and you're talking to a 16 and 17-year-old kid.
Could we separate sexy and kids like a little bit more?
I was not calling the kids sexy.
I know. Can we throw like 2 sentences in between those thoughts though? Like
when you're grooming these children to come to your university, is that better for you, Ryan?
Yeah, you fixed it.
Definitely.
Got it.
You want
you pegged it.
Yeah. What else can we peg? No, a lot of this when you're talking to teenagers, you know, they're going to be wild, and you know they want to be part of something that looks awesome and spectacular. And so, you know, when they walk in, they see an air conditioned indoor practice facility. They're like, you know, wow, this is cool. And you go someplace without it, and you're like, well, where's your practice facility? And, I mean, it does help out. It does help out in the elements, right? But Ryan made a point that, you know, it's hot in Georgia. It's going to be hot on game day. You know, no big deal. Really, it comes down to rain and inclement weather. But I don't know how many times that has really stopped us from practicing.
Rains outside too.
Yeah,
it rains outside.
That's where it rains.
Shit.
And we play outside, y'all.
We need to figure that out. We need a roof on our stadium.
If you play outside, you should practice outside.
We just need to be able to have a deal with the Mercedes-Benz that we can always practice indoors there if we can't practice.
Why? Give me a minute.
I don't buy it. Like go work out. Like go to the weight room if you can't be outside for like a lightning storm or something. You know what I mean? Like I just don't get it.
It's literally I agree with Tim. At this point, it is a keeping up with the Joneses type thing, which is why to my knowledge, we've put zero effort into putting something together.
Yeah, everybody else is doing it is like such a bad reason to do anything. Like it's just like come up with the real reason, and it's not your job to do that, right? Yeah. So I'm not challenging you right now, but like you got to come up with like a real good reason to actually do it, and it's not just everybody else is doing it.
Right, and that's pretty much. I mean, the argument's going to be to give the players a chance to practice outside the heat and outside the elements. That's going to be my understanding of it.
Yeah,
and something sexy for the recruits to see and want to be part of, and you know, get them to come here over the trash down south and their RV park.
I was gonna say, I think we already have a leg up on them, just being in Atlanta. You know,
also having the winning record too. Like, you know, when
a winning record, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty shit-tastic campus down there.
Yeah, if you have a kid that's competing, trying to decide between the trash down south and Georgia State, one, just get rid of them because obviously they're not intelligent enough to be at Georgia State if they are even considering. But that being said, you think, all right, do you want to join a team that's trying to catch up with us? Or do you want to be part of a team that's continually beating that other team down?
Well, and their only strategy seems to be baptizing their players in a drainage ditch. So.
Exactly. You know, you may get something, an infection or something worse. Oh man, I forgot to mention the cheerleader that passed away. I was going to say condolences to that. But
and our new cheerleading coach.
That's
a good one to talk about.
Yeah,
we can talk about it now.
Yes. Do you want to talk about the girl that passed away, or the girl that got the woman that got a new job?
Well, I don't know anything about the person who passed away. I'm more interested in the coach.
Yeah, there was a one of the cheerleaders passed away from a heart complication from COVID, like today or yesterday.
I didn't hear that. That's crazy. That sucks.
Yeah.
Is that a cheerleader like right now?
Yeah, currently enrolled.
That sucks.
Yeah, 22 years old. So
Yikes.
Daryl had posted about her, and the university posted about her. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Apparently, she was dating a guy that she was expecting to get married to, and his family and her family are open on social media about how heartbroken they are and the families are. And I can't imagine, either from a father's perspective as well from could you imagine meeting someone you think you're going to marry and then at that young of an age pass away? So it's very sad. Adriana Berry. But then also speaking of Daryl, he resigned or stepped down as the Spirit Squad's coach, and we hired the new coach, Brittany. I don't have the name written down. Brittany Wall, something like that.
Hopefully, she's as cool as Daryl to hang out with.
Yeah, she was a Falcons cheerleader for 4 years.
Yeah,
and then I think she came from East Carolina because everybody we hire comes from the Carolinas. And but yeah, Falcons has done some other stuff. She worked with Stranger Things, doing some choreography with them,
and like coaching and stuff. So it seems like she's like well qualified for the job. That's cool. Like I said, I mean, Daryl was always cool to like come out and hang out with us for a little bit. So like, hopefully she is too.
Yeah. So exciting for that. Something I've been waiting to see because Daryl was such a huge.
Yeah. Just that's it.
Exactly.
You're done. He's a large man.
It's like there's literally and figuratively big shoes to fill when it comes to replacing Daryl Lyons. So it'll be interesting to see what she does. I'm sure she'll do great, or hopefully she'll do great. Yeah, that's cool. And Tim's ditched us again.
Yeah, his coworker has a headache. I'm wondering if the coworker is in the room with him and he's just like, lay down.
His headache is listening to us talk about Georgia State. Or Marvel or Star Wars or whatever
it is we're talking about right now.
Suicide. It's neither. With Suicide Squad. So
I did a smoked salmon last week, and I used honey instead of syrup, and I think that was a mistake. I think syrup's the way to go.
Well, that's what you gotta do. You gotta figure your stuff out.
Honey have a new way of cooking meat.
You just you slap it a lot until it creates so much friction that it cooks?
Really fast. Yeah, you just slap that meat real fast.
That actually is a thing. I think there was a Mythbusters on that where they took like
they created a machine.
Yeah, and it just
I don't think it worked.
Yeah, I don't think it got it beyond rare.
Yeah, but I got a sous vide.
Oh, okay, cool. I got one. I've never used it.
I did a chuck roast. We had a chuck roast in the fridge. I was like, you know what? I'll do this, and I think it turned out all right. I wish I would have smoked it.
Hey, you don't have a actual just grill, right?
I do. I have a grill.
Okay, yeah, because something with a chuck roast, you'd want to like sous vide it and then throw it on the grill to char it up on the outside, right?
Oh, I heated up a cast iron like super hot and did a minute on each side to get a good sear on it.
That would also. Did you do that before or after you put it in?
After I did it after, but what I was thinking was it might have been really nice to smoke it for like a couple hours and then stick it in a bag and sous vide it or something. Like I think that might have been pretty good.
If you want to hold it, for a specific event or something like that, then yeah, that would work. But I feel like if you're smoking it, it's going to take a while for it to get to temp either way.
Yeah,
it'd probably take longer for it to get to temp by sous vide because sous vide, what would you put it in at what temp did you set the sous vide to?
125 for 28 hours.
Right, exactly. So you would have put it in at 225, 250 for 6
what
hours
I noticed was
or something.
The fat didn't break down the same way it does with like traditional heating methods, like even a smoker would do. And so the fattier chunks of it like were kind of chewy, but the non-fatty side of it was like, I mean, it was like prime rib, really. So, it was a mixed bag.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do. You experiment, figure it out, and maybe you do a little smoke once and put it in. Check that out. See how that goes.
Yeah, have some fun with it.
Yeah, we got a sous vide. We were given a sous vide or got a sous vide for free, and I don't have actually like a tub big enough to actually use it in. Like,
I just used a stock pot. I have like a wide stock pot I use.
Yeah.
But you can buy like a KitchenAid, like a it's a plastic
tub.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't cost very much at all.
I've got paint buckets that I've never put any paint in.
You could do that, man. Yeah, I mean you're putting it in a sealed bag anyway, so who even cares if you used it? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you could actually boil it in urine if you wanted to.
Well, you're not boiling.
Sorry, you're sous videing it in urine if you wanted to.
I mean, 125, I literally could put my hand in it and like move it around. It wasn't that hot.
Right. Well, yeah. I know what 125 feels like.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, I guess Tim just dipped out again. I mean, he just happy to be here for a short amount of time.
I think he got that second bottle of wine from the mini fridge, and the hotel ran the credit card like, no, this did not get approved, so we're gonna kick you out of the hotel now. So, yeah.
What else we got? Nothing, man. We're good.
We're good.
I think the name of the episode needs to be something about you dropping off.
Me dropping off? Okay.
Just in general, like you.
Deuces, I'm out of here.
Ryan holds it down.
Like the Friends, how all the Friends episodes were like the one that this happened, the one that happened, the one like be like, this could be the one where David drops off.
Yeah. I mean, thank God Tim had shown up when he did, because if it was just me by myself, I'd have just hung up. I just would have left.
Yeah, my internet just dropped for some reason. Like I got nothing, and so
it took me a second to realize it. There'll be a moment in there where I'm just like, oh, he's frozen, and then I'm just like, shit, let's take charge here.
Yeah, I'll probably need to go back and remember to actually edit that out of the podcast, because I'm remembering now that I've never done that before when on these occasions where it's dropped out. I've never gone back and deleted that from the podcast that I upload. Should probably do that. That's the minimum amount of editing I should really do.
No, me and Tim had a good conversation. We talked about.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean just the dead air spot.
Oh no, it was okay. I'm pretty sure I carried it okay. And then Tim had another topic we were ranked in like the 60s on some ranking, Athlon or something, and we talked about that some, and then we talked about the 5-star recruit visiting. I think we talked about that last week too, but we talked about the 5-star recruit visiting for basketball.
Yes. Trenton.
Yeah, I didn't know. I sort of guessed, and then before I could get clarification, I just started rolling with it. I was like, this has to be basketball. So I just was like, let's do
it. Sounds good.
Just bullshit till you fake it till you make it.
There you go. All right, cool. We can call last call off and just shoot this shit some more. So thanks everybody for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Shoot the shit some more.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week.
Goodbye, guys.
Yeah, that what he said.